You are doing everything right. You've worked on yourself, you care about what you do, you try to do things properly, sometimes even better than most people, and still you're not really earning what you should, or money feels inconsistent, and you just keep giving more than you receive. And that's the frustrating part, because it doesn't make any sense. You look around and you think, how are they earning more than I do? How are they earning more than me? Or what am I missing? So here's something most people never really look at. How much you earn depends on what you allow, what you communicate, and what you feel comfortable receiving. And if that is not aligned, you can work as hard as you want, it still won't match. So in this video, we're going to do this very, very practically. I'm going to give you something like a checklist so you can recognize your patterns, and then we're going to look at the remedies that can shift this exact pattern. And finally, what you can start doing differently from tomorrow or today if you like. So you can start shifting right away. If that interests you, stay with me. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a Bach Flower practitioner and a vibrational healer, and I help very sensitive, self-aware people who feel emotionally stuck. I help them understand themselves much more deeply and gently heal their own emotions and patterns using the beautiful Bach Flower Remedies so that they can create real-life changes. And if that resonates with you, you're very welcome. Stay with me. So as you listen, don't just listen passively. Notice yourself in this, because these patterns are often not conscious choices, they're more automatic, and once you see them, you can start to shift them. This looks a little bit like being a good person. You say yes quickly, help before being asked, add extra just to make sure it's good. So let me give you an example. Someone asks for something small and then you turn it into something much bigger without increasing what you ask in return. Or you take on something and instead of doing what was agreed, you do much more, fix much more, improve much more, and it just feels natural. But here's what it creates. People get used to receiving more from you for the same. So your effort increases, but your value stays the same in their eyes. And over time you feel, why am I always giving more than I get? Pattern number 2. You hold back your value. So this one is more subtle because you might know that you're good, but you just don't really fully stand in it. You explain your work very carefully instead of confidently. Maybe you hesitate before putting yourself outward or forward, or you communicate in a very modest way about what you do. Let's look at an example. You know you could charge more, but you don't feel fully comfortable doing it, or you know you have something valuable to say, but you just don't really say it clearly. And so that creates something very, very simple. People don't see your full value because you're not fully showing it. Pattern number 3, you feel uncomfortable receiving. So this is one of the most important ones because it directly affects money. You might feel awkward talking about the price or soften it. It's only, or you feel like you need to give more to justify it. Let's look at an example. You give someone a price and then immediately explain why. Or someone pays you and instead of just feeling good, you think, did I really do enough? And so that creates inner tension. And that tension communicates receiving is not fully safe for me, and money follows that. Pattern number 4, you need recognition to feel okay. So you give, but a part of you wants something back. Not just money, but appreciation, acknowledgement, to feel seen. Let's look at an example. You do something for someone, and then when they don't react the way you expected, it affects you. So maybe you feel unseen or unappreciated or slightly hurt. And so then what happens is that you either withdraw or give more, hoping to get that response. So your value becomes dependent on others. Sign number 5, you are too hard on yourself. So this one is very powerful because it looks like discipline. You have very high standards, you want things to be perfect, and you push yourself to do it right. But look deeper. You might redo things multiple times, struggle to be satisfied, feel like it's never quite enough. Let's look at an example. You finish something, but instead of feeling complete, you think, I could improve this a little bit more. And so instead of finishing and then receiving, what happens is that you stay in refining, delaying, holding back. And here's the key: it's never enough. You never feel ready to receive, and that just blocks everything. So now that we've seen the patterns, let's look at the solutions. So now we move into the shift, because these are not just behaviors, they are emotional patterns. And this is exactly where Bach Flower Remedies help. If you don't know what they are, check this video here around. So for pattern number 1, we use Santori. We go from overgiving to balanced giving. And this helps you feel where your limit is, say no without guilt, give from choice, not from habit. So instead of giving automatically, you start choosing how you really give. If you recognize in pattern number 2, that would be large, from hesitation to self-trust. So this helps you trust what you already know, show yourself more clearly, and stop waiting to feel ready enough, so your value becomes visible. If you recognize yourself in pattern number 3, that would be pine, from guilt to natural receiving. So this helps you release the feeling of I have to deserve this more, or feel okay receiving, or let go of self-blame. So receiving just simply becomes lighter. You recognize yourself in pattern number 4, it's chicory, from needing recognition to inner stability. And this helps you to give without emotional dependency, to feel stable in yourself and not need constant feedback. So your value becomes something internal. And if you recognize yourself in the last pattern, that is rock water, from pressure to flow. So this is a big one because it helps you soften perfectionism, allow things to be enough, create space for ease. And so instead of pressure, delay, you move into completion, receiving. If you recognize yourself in pattern 1, what you could do is pause before giving more. Catch that moment and ask, is this required? If not, don't do it automatically. For pattern number 2, communicate more clearly. Look at your communication, your marketing, or however you are showing yourself, and ask, is this clear? If not, make it clear. Work on that. If you recognize yourself in pattern number 3, receive without guilt or explaining when something comes to you. Just receive it. Just say thank you and then leave it there. Pattern number 4, learn to appreciate a no. If someone refuses your offer or isn't as excited as you are about it, accept it. Don't take it personal. Maybe it wasn't the right customer. Maybe it wasn't the right time for this person. Maybe it wasn't the right client. Maybe it has nothing to do with you or your offer. You can't and shouldn't please everyone. And for the last pattern, let something be enough. So choose one thing tomorrow and stop earlier. Not perfect, just complete. You are not undervalued because you are not good enough. You are undervalued because of patterns, and that can change. And if you recognize yourself in this and you feel like you're good at what you do, but something is still not flowing, especially when it comes to money, I'd really love to invite you to my free masterclass. A new approach to healing, move past what's been keeping you stuck. Because there I guide you step by step through understanding your patterns, choosing the right remedies, and actually starting to shift this. So whether you are new or already working with Bach Flower Remedies, this will give you a real starting point. And you can find the link below in the pinned comment or in the description. And if you're ready to go deeper into this work, to really understand yourself, your patterns, and how to create real change with Bach Flower Remedies, you can also join my course Bloom into Balance, where I guide you step by step through that exact process. If this video was helpful for you, I really love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, because I try to read every single one and it truly means a lot to me. And if you feel like someone in your life needs to hear this, feel free to share this video with them. Because not only are you helping me reach the right people, you're also helping the right people find their way to something that could really support them. And if you'd like to support my channel in a very simple way, you can even just let another video play in the background. Thank you so much for being here. I really loved making this video, and I'll see you in the next one.